Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's daily discipline of worship. I'm going to read us 5 beautiful prayers from this little booklet called A Daily Discipline of Worship by Torquem Serdarian. If there is one dynamo writing that never stops giving inspiration and comfort, it is this little booklet. You can carry it anywhere at any time, and any prayer that you read from it is going to uplift you any time of the day. Torquem gave these prayers, 5 of them, in a seminar in 1989. That's 31 years ago. And its purpose was to memorialize in our consciousness 5 great principles. And these are beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom. And these 5 are so essential for our daily life. Now, at minimum, and you can't say you don't have time, because let me just outline 3 different ways that you can approach this. If you have absolutely no time, take a deep breath, relax, and read or say the mantra. It will take you 8 to 12 seconds maximum, each one. So imagine all 5 together is less than 2 minutes. So if you can give 8 to 15 seconds 5 times a day for your mind to relax and to breathe and to focus on the movements of the great sun through the universe, then you are going to feel a totally different person. So that's one layer. Second layer is to expand that 5 times of discipline into 5 or more minutes. And you can read the instructions in each of these prayers. And you can meditate either on the seed thought of beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom, or see how many ways you can pick in your life beauty. For example, if I say beauty, if I look outside, I will say that tree is beautiful, that bird is beautiful. So I recognize beauty or recognize goodness and so on. So it makes you conscious and focused. When you do this, your anxiety and your fears will start dissipating. Why? Because you are rising in your soul with the activity of the sun. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, maybe after 6 months or a year, expand it and expand your practice and see how you can meditate, observe in life examples of each of these 5 principles, and also see how you can practice each one after each saying. For example, if you say one mantra and 3 hours later you're saying the next one, see how you exemplified that principle during that period. Okay, so let's start together. And what we will do is I will say it and then have you repeat after me, because I believe it is really powerful when we say it out loud. And I also really encourage you to get the hard copy, and not just get 1 copy, but 3. Why 3? Well, I have one on my dining room table, and my husband and I say this together every morning, the first one. And then I have one near my bedside, and I say the end of the day one there. And then I have one at my desk at work. You can put it on your desk, your purse, or in your car, so that you have 3 areas. And why do I say read? Because sometimes reading the words and coming back to that page imprints your psychic energy into that book. So every time you look at that book and you pick it up, your accumulated psychic energy gives you peace and hope even before you start saying the mantra. That's my experience, and I want to share that with you. Okay, so let's do our minimum to start, and that is deep breath and relax, and make sure you don't put your chin up, but keep it down and a little bit even. And let me just read that first paragraph that Torquem writes. He says, "There's a rhythm in the flow of the energies of nature. Those who are sensitive and can enter into the rhythm demonstrate a greater power of survival and creativity." Creativity means finding solutions to problems and issues that bother you. One of the methods to enter into the rhythm of nature is the daily discipline of 5-pointed worship. So let's start with the first one. Sit up straight, take a deep breath, put a nice smile on your face, and repeat after me. O giver of light, the cosmic beauty, permeate my whole nature with thy rays. Kindle the flame on the altar of my temple, so that I may live as a beam of light in beauty until the sunset of the day of my life. Breathe out and notice something beautiful in your life. Right now, I think of all of you as beauties in my life. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is goodness. And this is usually said at 9 o'clock or close to 9 o'clock that you can. Sometimes I say it on my way to work and I just breathe and look at all the goodness around me. So again, breathe, exhale, smile, and repeat after me. O sphere of light, advancing and elevating goodness, may my soul rise with you. Expressing goodness in all its contacts. Now think for just a few seconds how goodness enters your life every day and how you express goodness in any number of ways throughout your day. Let's go to the third one. The third point of worship is at noon. I usually say this before I have my lunch in my office or at home, and I say it by myself. I don't like to impose the way I pray or meditate on other people, so I just say it quietly to myself, and here it is. Take a deep breath again. The flame of the great presence in me. Let me stand as a radiant fire of righteousness. Today and during the days of my life, let me think, act, and speak in the spirit of righteousness. Deep breath. And look how important righteousness is in our life. It means truth. It means honesty. It means being your divine self without pretense. It means you deal rightly with people. You see their beauty, their goodness. You give them the benefit of the doubt. Invoke righteousness just before noon, and you'll see the power of it in your life. Now let's go to the fourth point. And this is usually said at sunset, but my husband and I say this during our dinner, just before we have our dinner. And it just helps us recollect ourselves and be together. And as I say this, I always think of all the people I know who live the west of where I live. And I send the sun to them. So if you are living in the west of the United States, all the way in the Pacific and Asia and Japan and India, I'm sending the sun to you. So repeat after me. My Lord, thank you for the joy of living today in the spirit of beauty, goodness, and righteousness. May your joy radiate in other parts of the world as the sun disperses the night and brings the joy of the day. My Lord, you are the joy of my heart. And just think how you enjoyed the light, how many beautiful things and things of goodness and righteousness came into your life today. And send that beautiful sun to rise in another part of the world. Look how we are sharing the beauty of the sun with all our friends all over the world. People we know and don't know, it doesn't matter. They too get the sun and the enjoyment of the sun. Okay, now we come to the end of the day before you go to sleep. And this is where it comes in handy to have you this little booklet near your bed. And as you're trying to go to sleep and you relax, you say the following. Take a deep breath first and relax. Let everything go because you are going to affirm freedom. My Lord, let your freedom permeate my whole being. Let me be free from all worries and anxieties, painful memories of the day, from all attachments and identifications, so that my soul freely soars in your temple of beauty. Let me realize freedom from my physical, emotional, and mental crystallizations and be with you as a free soul. Now visualize the hands of the Lord upon your head, and you can go to sleep in peace. I hope you enjoyed these 5 daily disciplines of worship, and I hope you say these and have them near you and share them with people. I love my book. I always get a new one after a few years because they just get shredded from use. I have memorized them, but I love to read them and read all the text and instructions that are given in this dynamic booklet. So I wish you a day filled with beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom. Be well. I love to you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me.